Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for stopping by the channel today for a quick video. Just gonna get into kind of a card pile slash mail day video. So I have this stack of random stuff here that I'm gonna get to. Some of it has come in kind of recently, cheap pickups. A couple of the other cards have been around a while, and all of it needs to be filed away as I make an effort to organize and clean up my hobby room here. So we're just going to go through the pile, kind of one set of cards at a time. And right off the top, you may have gotten a glimpse of these. Have a couple of buyback cards. There's going to be a few different themes to today's episode. We're going to start with these buybacks. Both of these are for my 1990 Topps buyback complete set that I'm crazily trying to work on. Got Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett, that nice, beautiful blue border. And then in the matching blue, another star of the 80s, Ryne Sandberg for the Cubs. Really pumped to have each of these. These have been waiting quite a while to kind of get shown on the channel and then plugged into the binder that I keep on the shelf over here to the left that contains my 1990 Topps buyback set attempt. So two big names there that I'm really happy to reel in. We're going to move just real quickly. I think there's only two cards here to the world of Star Wars. So recently, was kind of inspired by a video that I saw by my buddy CW over at Card Wolf here on YouTube. Gets into some Star Wars content from time to time, lightly, just like I do. And he showed some of the Star Wars collectible card game cards. And I went out shortly after that and found this one, which is like a rainbow foil version of Paploo, which is one of the Ewoks from Return of the Jedi. Probably obvious why I like this card. I was a Return of the Jedi fan as a young kid and love anything rainbow foil. I am not very knowledgeable on these different customizable card game or collectible card game CCG sets from Star Wars. But as I understand it from CW's videos, they are really getting popular, these cards, and it's easy to see why. Like, look at that shine. This was like $1.99 with free shipping. So for $2, we'll make a really cool addition to the Star Wars kind of, or non-sport Z folio that I keep on the shelf there. Just super awesome card. And then the other one that I got, it's along the same lines, but I like it even better. Found this Death Star card. Now check out the foil work on this. You can see the whole Death Star kind of light up as though there's like a sunset, you know, in the distance. Just awesome. Even these really tiny lights, it's tough to get it to show up, you know, properly on video here. Let me take it out of the case, but the foil work here is just incredible. Starry background even. This is just a super cool card. This was, again, like sub $5. I think this was around $3 shipped to my door. Not planning to really like go deep down the rabbit hole and get into those Star Wars CCG cards by any means, but was inspired by CW's video, as I said, and wanted to go out and pick up a couple of those anyway, and really happy with how I did with those two for just a few bucks shipped. Next, I got two stars of the 90s and one of the, you know, maybe the most controversial era of Major League Baseball, the great Slammin' Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire. Picked these up. These are these Skybox EX 2001 cards, but they're acetate, as you can see. They're foil. They've got everything going for them. You've probably seen these referenced on many other channels. I certainly have, but they're just like the perfectly 90s card. I think, you know, these two guys were kind of defining the game for better or worse in the late 90s, you know, with those home run chases and those, you know, PED infused records, which we were kind of, a lot of us, at least me, I was an ignorant fan at that time and at that age, and I was cheering for Mark and Sammy to break those hallowed records. But in retrospect now, you know, we know a little bit more, but I don't think it's an era that we should ignore in baseball history, and it's not an era that I want to ignore in my collection either. So I've been making an effort recently to track down nothing crazy, but just really cheap, you know, fun editions like this featuring these two guys, especially if I can find them from around this time period. And again, like, I think this pair combined total was around $5 shipped to my door for those two cards. So just fun additions there. You know, every buy that you make doesn't have to be an expensive, you know, iconic graded card. It's okay to just have fun in the hobby and spend $3 or $4 and get something that you just appreciate and get a kick out of. Next up, I have some Xander Bogaerts cards here. I've been sitting on these for a while. Basically what I did, I want to show my Xander Z Folio where I keep my Bogaerts collection, but I want it to be full first, or at least mostly full. So I keep putting it off. So what I did is I rummaged through one of the boxes where I tend to source material for my COMC rummages, like my cheese box back there. Have a big 5,000 count box of COMC purchases, kind of waiting to restock the cheese box. So I rummaged through that and I picked up a little stack of Xanders to kind of cheat and just get right through these and get them into the Z Folio so that hopefully it'll be full enough at that point that I can just do a video for you guys. So we start off here with the 2020 Topps On Demand 3D. Talked about these plenty of times, but total sucker for these lenticular three-dimensional cards from Topps. Love this set. I hope they keep it up for many years to come. None of these are expensive, you'll see. I mean, I don't think I paid more than maybe $1, $2 for any of these cards. This is some type of a white speckled diamond refractor or something. I'm not sure the exact terminology, but essentially trying to get a whole page of this 2021 flagship image. That's a cool one there. From 2020, picked up 2 of these by mistake, I guess, or maybe by design. Sometimes if I see a card I like this X-Fractor of his 2020 Topps Chrome, and they're 30 or 40 cents, I'll just grab 2 or even 3 and just line them out in the Z Folio. Nothing wrong with having doubles. And my plan with the Xander collection, once the Z Folio is full at 360 cards, I will essentially only upgrade at that point. And so maybe down the line, I'll get a nicer Xander card and I'll boot out one of these X-Fractors and send it to someone or use it as trade material or whatever the case. So there's 2 X-Fractors there. Set that I really love, the Bowman's Best release from 2021. Controversial, of course, because Topps snuck a bunch of, arguably rookie cards of some of the big players from the following year, like J-Rod and Wander Franco, into the release. So I love it for that reason. I also think it's a cool design. So I picked up the regular refractor, and then, of course, my love of Atomic. Got the Atomic refractor as well. Not numbered, but super cool, and those will look good together. Here's a pre-rookie card. I think I showed a version of this the other day, which I actually think I have in the pile here. Pull it out, but I showed the other day the Red Ice, numbered out of 25. And to go with it here, we have the Black Wave. This is 2013 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks and Prospects, top prospect insert. So his first Bowman came in 2012. His rookie cards came in 2014. So this is a pre-rookie kind of in the middle card there, but it looks good with that Red Ice. Alrighty, stick this one up in the background. Moving on, we have more Xander here. Got the 2018 Topps, the gold parallel, serial numbered, of course, out of 2018. On the reverse, copy 1206. Just sucker for Topps gold. Again, this was $1, and I love the 2018 release in particular. I will do lower numbered serial numbered cards as well, like this Finest Purple out of 250. I think I have 2 or 3 copies of this in the Z at this point, just because I'm finding them for under $1, or was back when I was looking for a lot of Xander. Not looking quite as much these days, but cool card there. Then we got some Topps Heritage. So from 2019, I have the Chrome insert. These are numbered out of 999. And then from the following year, 2020, have the Chrome insert out of 999. Also the Hot Box Purple Refractor, which is not numbered, but has some good shine. And then to go with those, the actual Chrome Refractor, which I think is numbered out of 571, if I recall. Yep, you can see there right below his photo, 571. So a nice trio there of the 2021 Topps Heritage card in chromium format. Those are going to look nice. I will probably, if I can find a row, just lay these 3 out exactly like that in the Z. I love seeing those kind of color combinations. And then lastly, have a whole section, which you'll see when I get to the episode, featuring his 2019 card and different variations on it. I think I needed one more maybe to fill out that section, and we have here the Sapphire, which again is essentially just Atomic. That looks fantastic. Love that image from 2019, that horizontal throwing image. Then I got 2 more singles. This one I've had for forever. Pulled it recently for a guest episode that I was doing on another channel. and didn't end up using it, so I figured I'd show it off here before I put it back away. From the iconic 1986-87 Fleer basketball release, got Larry Bird. A pretty cool card here. I've always wanted to collect Larry Bird at least a little bit more than I do, but I just, I get spread so thin that I just can't ever manage to get very deep into basketball, it seems like. So this is probably one of my better Larry Bird cards of the few that I have. But I picked this up cheap. It's a little bit off center. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It's really just a card for me to kind of display out and enjoy. And I picked it up many years ago for like 20 bucks. So you just can't go wrong. I don't want to sell it, but if I did, I would assume I could at least get my 20 bucks back at this point, you know, regardless of it not being a perfect copy. And then lastly, we looked quickly at this red ice Xander Bogaerts, but I have another of these red ice or red foil parallels that I've talked about in a few videos recently from Topps. From my recent COMC order, was able to snag the 2023 Mike Trout. So not much to this one. I think I did show this briefly on my buddy Adam and Dylan's channel when I did their Splendid Sports episode. It was a pickup that I showed off, but just a sucker for these. Numbered out of 199, team color matching red for the Angels. I think this just looks great. So just cheap Trout pickup there. I'd love to grab a one of the two or both of the Shohei Ohtanis from this year's set in this parallel, but thus far they've been selling for a little bit more than I was looking to dish out. But who knows, maybe I'll get impatient or prices will come down. We'll see. But in any event, for today's video, that's going to be the end of it. It's the little pile that I had to get to. Certainly appreciate you tuning in for the randomness. I hope you saw a card or two that was of interest to you. And as you know, I'll be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Till then, enjoy the hobby, everybody. Take care.